Hey Mama, it's me and Jimmy. We are out on Fairfield Pond and we've decided to go kayaking. So I will spin this around so that you can, I'm trying to follow, hold on. So there's Jimmy Lynch. Behind him is essentially the entrance to Fairfield Pond. And so I'll swing around so that you can see. It's a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. Yes, I have my sunscreen on like a good girl. And like a good girl, I brought my fishing pole. So we'll take pictures while we're kayaking, take video, and I'll stitch it together and send you a video. So we've made a few casts. You can see I got my little lure on there, but nothing's biting my lure. I didn't stop and get any like bait or anything like that, so I'm just hopeful on the lure. We're a little farther out, and if I spin around, there's Jimmy Lynch going backwards, riding in reverse. I don't know if you can hear the chainsaw in the background. That's only mildly calming, but you know, everybody's got work to do, right? Except for me on a Saturday. But it's a beautiful little pond with really nice camps. So hopefully I'll have an update. Maybe I'll catch a fish. Well, no fish yet, but doesn't stop me from trying. As you can see, my kayak is spinning around, and we're probably maybe a little less than halfway across the pond. I didn't have any idea that the pond was this big at all. There's also no shade, but I did just reapply my sunscreen, so I'm good for that right now. Over there is where we came in. They certainly have some mansion-like camps. Of course, this is probably where all of the Horrigans and the Brannons have their summer camps versus Lake Carmi. There's a swampy little section right over there that's coming into view. It probably has some bass in it over there. But all in all, nice quiet day on the pond, and we'll keep paddling. So you can see right there that there's a point in the pond. My kayak is swinging around, so I gotta stop. And so I think my next goal is to come around that point. But again, still no fish. But still a beautiful day and still having a good time. I was just saying to Jimmy that I like a camp that looks like a camp, right? It's a log cabin and it's got a swing set that's made out of logs. It's set amongst the pine trees. It's a camp that looks like a camp. It doesn't look like a Taj Mahal. And as you can see, I've made my way around, so we're coming around the end of that point and we'll be able to see what's around that corner. And as we were getting our kayaks ready to go out, we just happened to run into these folks coming into frame. And the guy in the back, his name is Doug Lacrosse, and he used to work with Jimmy at the high school. So we had the Franklin County version of Small World. Speaking of Small World, say hi to your son-in-law.
Hi, Mom. Love you.
We'll be back. So we've come around that point. The point is right there. And so we've come around that point, and it looks like there's kind of a little cool, swampy, islandy area to explore. So that's where I'm headed. So check it out, Mom. I came around that point and we have come into a field of lily pads. So, oh, I can hear a little bullfrog. And the water is super, super clear. I don't know if you can see beyond the reflection, but the water is super, super clear. And then just a field of lily pads and lilies. Lotus flowers, if you will. I'm getting pushed backwards. I want to go forward, but I'm getting pushed backwards. So stand by. So here we are amongst the lilies. Look at that. Zoom out here a little bit. There we go. Look at how pretty. So, so pretty. Just floating in a sea of lilies. So, so pretty. There we go. Sorry about the shadow. Let's see if I can get one on the other side. My feet, my legs. Trying to paddle and take video at the same time. It's a little difficult. Just a sea of lilies. I can hear my fishing rod getting tied up behind me, so I'm gonna have to pull that out here in a second. But we got cattails right there, and some sort of maybe a loosestrife flower, the purple flower. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I'll be back later. I was looking at the lily pads as they come up, and I don't see any right in front of me, but the flowers of the lily actually start growing underwater, which I thought was kind of cool. You could see, oh, there's one right there, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bud. You can just barely see the little bud that's coming up there, and there's actually one that's starting underwater. So much to see. Well, you know what invariably happens? You get yourself out in the middle of a lake or a pond, and you're like, oh, I can do this. It's a beautiful day. It's great, blah, 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 blah. And then you realize exactly how far away from your starting point you are, and that you have to paddle back, and that the winds also change direction. And so now, if we were to head back immediately, we would end up paddling into the wind. Not fun. So, it's an excuse to stay out and keep trying. Still, no fish biting, but I suspect it's my lure. There's a beautifully groomed field that's out beyond the shoreline. Otherwise, it's all just woods and camp. Feels like something's hitting my butt. I wonder who that could be. Hey! Rimming right into my rear end. Well, the rear end of my kayak. How about that? Catch up with you in a bit. Well, we're gonna head back in. We have to go from where we are now all the way back back to there. That's a 7x zoom. So that shows you how far we gotta go. So we're gonna keep paddling. We're gonna head back and we'll catch you on the other side. Well, it's been into the wind the entire time, but we are now this close to the beach that we need to get to. So we're making our way, but there's definite headwind. You see that red car right there? Red car there. Red car right there? That's my car. So we are that close. There's plenty of people on the beach having a good time. So I've almost made it in. So I'm going to go ahead, spin the camera around, wrap up this video. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video of our kayak trip to Fairfield Pond. We certainly will come back again. Beautiful pond, very quiet, very nice. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Love you.